Hey folks, I wanted to do a video today about fake transgenders aside from the real transgenders. Basically, if you got a guy walking into a washroom in a sundress with hairy legs and a beard, he's not transgender, okay? He's a pervert. And there are a lot of perverts who are taking advantage of the new bathroom laws that have been made. So even if on social media, if you see a person claiming to be female, but there's pictures of him with a beard and he's got a guy's name, he's not a real transgender, okay? Or not yet. I don't like to judge because there are different circumstances. There are people who are transgender who aren't transgendering. They kind of have to live in the body they're in, and that's kind of understandable, but they really... I see it as a confliction if they're calling themselves transgender and they're not transgendering and they're not making any effort to be the gender they are or that they relate with. I find it kind of odd. Myself, I have a lot of people who will kind of associate or identify as, but they have no intention of looking effeminate. They have full beards and they wear skirts and stuff. I just find that kind of weird. And I don't find them to be transgender. They aren't transgendering. They aren't doing HRT. They aren't, and they might be, public figures and whatnot, but I don't see them as transgenders, even if they say they identify as one. Like this Leslie Cochran person. I don't consider them a transgender, even when they were alive. I think he passed away, but those are not transgender people. Transgender people, seriously, we take this serious, okay? The medications we take are very serious. The surgery is super serious. And it's not easy to do a transition. It's not something you do for a joke or for a laugh. It's something you do seriously, okay? And if they're just walking around mocking what we are and who we are, I don't consider them transgenders at all. And, it's as much as straight people don't really understand what transgenders are. To them, a drag queen or a transvestite or a transsexual can all be transgender. They don't know the difference. There are quite a difference between the three. The transvestite identify as women and live as women 24/7, 365, but they don't trans their gender, okay? They live as women. You get transsexuals who do take HRT, but only for half their body, the top half, so they get the breasts and all the looks and everything, but they keep the male parts going and usable. So to me, I see that more as a sexual choice or sexual oriented type individual. That doesn't mean that goes for all of them, but they call themselves she-males or chicks with dicks. To me, that's a sexual thing. That's not transgender, okay? As far as drag queens are drag queens, and they don't claim to be transgender, although some of them might be down the line, but they're pretty outwardly sure that they're just drag queens, and they just love to dress up, and that's all good. At least they're not pretending to be, transgender or anything. So I kind of hope to educate the straight people on what's what with transgender and what's not up with transgenders. Now, basically, like I say, anyone who's running around with a beard, hairy legs, and a dress, walking into the female washrooms, going on transgender, they're not transgender. They're freaks. They're perverts, and there are many types, including pedophiles, who will pull this kind of crap. Please don't think they are transgender, okay? A real transgender takes things to the max. Like, we do everything we can to be female and not to look female, but to be female. So it's everything from mannerisms to everything, your voice, your Like mine's a lot higher than it normally is. If you could hear my normal voice, you would understand. Like a lot of people think my voice is deep right now, but it's not. It's very high. You can only raise it so much at a time. You know, you could damage your vocal cords and then you'll be in real trouble. Basically, you know, I just want people to ask questions. If you have a question, ask it below. I'm glad to answer any questions that come along. I love to educate, and I don't want transgenders being thrashed by perverts. It really, really pisses me off when that's kind of going on and people think, oh, those transgenders are real freaks. Those are not transgenders, okay? I myself still use the male washroom, simply because I haven't had my surgery yet, and I don't need people coming after me with guns or knives or, you know, sending their husbands after me or whatever, thinking I'm a pervert. You know, the strange thing is, they get all up in arms that we're in the girls' washroom with their daughters, but they have no problem that we're in the men's washroom with their sons. That is, I'm kind of find conflicting, and you know, I know that there's more perverts that go after little girls, but I mean, it doesn't mean little boys are excluded. There's pedophiles who don't care, right? So just really, really educate yourself. If you have questions, ask me or ask any transgender person in a nice way, and they probably would answer you in an educated, with an educated answer, and basically, you know, there's a lot of them are kind of stuffy. I find I have a problem with I had to exile myself from the trans community here because they are very liberal and very snowflakey, but you know, I know a lot of them are very intelligent people and would answer any questions that you might have. I certainly will, and basically it's good to know who's who of the five that are there, being the transgenders, transsexuals, transvestites, cross-dressers, and drag queens. That kind of covers the scope. But only transgenders transition their gender. The rest of them, they just live as and or dress up as females. They are not transgender. So I hope this clears up some mess, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.